Where are we finding good quality men? Great question, let me tell you.
Man, over 6 feet, provider mindset.
Genuinely, what is going on with men? Because I was at the bar, I was working, so I wasn't really drinking.
If you're looking for a man, here's where you should meet him. The first, the grocery store. Just ask.
Each and every day we see the desperation for a man, but men simply aren't going.
You need to wear a shirt that says something on it. Easiest hack for people to approach you at the bar.
A lot of people ask, why is dating so hard for you? For me personally, dating is so hard because the standard that I am looking for is not easy to find.
If you feel like men never approach you, I'm gonna show you exactly.
The issue is the same. They want men, but refuse to make the first move on them. Kindly subscribe to the channel, as it further supports us in our work. Thank you.
Can we please bring back men offering to buy you a drink at a bar? Like, as a grown man, why are you sitting here talking to me for 5-6 minutes and you have not said, like, oh, hey, what are you drinking? Or sent a drink over? Like, it's common sense, common knowledge.
Nothing is more mortifying than the fact that I just went to the grocery store and I walked by like 2 cute guys, and both of them, I tried to do the thing where I like look them dead in the eyes and I'm like looking them up and down and smiling, like, I don't know, and both of them like looked like they just saw a freaking ghost and like walked even faster. Like, this is why I'm involuntarily celibate.
So just expected them to walk up to you because you looked up and down at them. Why didn't you just say something instead of staring? Of course those men walked away, and even faster at that. The eye signal thing works sometimes, but it's not a 100% guarantee you're gonna get a man to come up to you. And honestly, in this generation, men are way more cautious. They're tired of being embarrassed, rejected, or made to look creepy for simply talking to a woman. So a little eye contact isn't enough anymore. You can't send the smallest hint and expect a man to risk it all for a maybe. And this is what a lot of women don't get. If you really wanted him, you could have smiled, waved, said hi, or just made any kind of clear effort instead. You're acting shocked that he didn't read your mind. Men are not mind readers. They don't owe you the confidence to approach you when you barely gave any signal in the first place.
Guys, dating is for the birds. Where are we meeting men in 2025? I've been online dating on and off like a decade, since I was literally in college. And oh my God, it is like for every 5 terrible dates you go on, you might go on one that is okay at best. Somebody please tell me what the answer is, because it surely cannot be swiping for the next 5 years trying to find somebody decent.
Don't add us, but men at the club nowadays want to be females.
This is especially in Atlanta.
Yeah, they DL on the high key.
Left, right, forward, it's full of men, and they're all by the bar. They're all, I can't do it anymore.
They all by the DJ, they all dancing, they all being sassy, and they pushing you when they trying to get out the way.
They're trying to get to the dance floor.
They're trying to get to the dance floor. It's a whole sausage fest out here.
It is. We had to leave that bar.
I'm scared.
Do not come to Atlanta. Maybe it's just sassy ass boys here.
Yeah, we gotta hit up Virginia Islands or something, because this shit not it.
A different state, I don't know.
Different state.
Shut up, bitch!
I know men are also afraid of rejection in dating, but is it for the same reason women are? So I was talking with my friends about like why we like are nervous to approach men in real life, and our thought process is that like we're nervous that like the guy is gonna basically be like, you're actually the ugliest person I've ever seen in my whole entire life and you should go die. And I've heard from like some of my guy friends like that they're afraid to approach to come off as like creepy. But I'm also curious, like, are guys afraid to approach for the same concept where they're afraid if they go up to a girl, like the girl will be like, you're actually the ugliest person in the whole entire world, blah, blah, blah. Like, same thing. Even though like we both genders know, and everyone knows that like a normal person, if someone approached you and hit on you and you weren't interested, like you would be like polite and like turn them down, and then it would kind of be over as long as no one gets creepy or anything. Versus like no one is really gonna go off and be like, hey, you're actually the ugliest person ever and you should die. But I'm just curious if men and women have like the similar fears in dating, and how can we like combat that so we can all start talking in person again? Like, we are all so reliant on the dating apps, and myself included, to be so clear. And I just like would love for that to change. Not sure how, but I'm just curious if even if it just starts with understanding each other better, that we're all afraid that we're gonna have like this intense reaction if we approach someone and they don't find us attractive or something like that.
Well, that has happened to a lot of guys. When they go up to a woman, that woman shames them, calls them ugly. And the best part is when they record those men to make fun of them on social media. Of course, I'm being sarcastic. There's no best part about it at all. And in fairness, like this woman mentioned, some women have that fear, but it's something that rarely happens to them compared to their men. And that's the thing a lot of women don't want to admit. The risk is way higher for men. A man approaching can go from, "Oh, that's cute," to "You get away from me," in seconds, depending on how she feels that day. And now with cameras everywhere, one bad interaction can be blasted online and turned into a joke for millions. So, yeah, a woman might be nervous about rejection, but for men, it's a completely different ballgame. They're dealing with disrespect, public humiliation, and sometimes even accusations. That's why so many men just don't bother anymore. The cost of walking up is too high, and the reward is too low.
If women like men, why do men face social shame for being single or inexperienced while women don't?
I believe that it's not only for men. A lot of women do get shamed for being single. I think it's just because it's expected that men always have a woman besides them.
But aren't women celebrated for being strong, independent boss babes who don't need a man?
Yes, they are.
So are they getting shamed for being single?
You are right. I guess they're not.
I feel like women do get shamed for that, though.
Aren't women celebrated for being strong, independent boss babes who don't need a man?
Yeah, but that's because everyone makes it seem like we do need a man.
Your exact type of man to come up to you, this is what you have to do. A little bit of makeup, light makeup, okay? I'm telling you this works, save this video. A little bit of makeup, not a lot, doesn't take a lot. Cute outfit, dress, wear a dress. You don't have to, you can. Something feminine, okay? The most important thing, look around, make eye contact and smile, like this. Not like, don't force it, but like if someone's passing by, just smile at them so that you can see them approach. So they'd be like, "Oh, she's not a weirdo. I'm gonna come up to this girl because I think she's fine. I think she's very pretty and I want to see what's up." And then they come over. Happened to me today. I didn't even smile at this person. Well, I did actually, I did smile at this person, but not so that they could come up to me. You understand? I was just being polite. And the guy came up and he asked for my number.
I would have to disagree on that point. Men don't care much for makeup. In fact, many men like their women organic. What matters is how the woman is on the inside. The thing is, many of these women who keep asking how to get men to come up to them will keep struggling because they themselves refuse to do the work. They just expect everything to magically fall into their lap, because they think their presence alone is enough. They've been told their whole lives, just show up, the right man will come. And now they're realizing that doesn't work anymore. And this is the problem. Instead of improving their attitude, communication, or approachability, they double down on entitlement. They act like doing the bare minimum makes them special, like a man should feel lucky just to be acknowledged by them. Meanwhile, men are out here wanting someone feminine, cooperative, supportive, not someone with a princess complex.
One of the biggest complaints that many successful women have when dating is that many men are intimidated by their success. If you feel that men are intimidated by your success, you are simply dating the wrong type of men. A well-accomplished man, an educated man who is somewhat like you, educated, accomplished, well-spoken, well-traveled, that man is not intimidated by your success. He welcomes your success because he sees you more as a partner in life. So what you should be doing is making sure that you are surrounding yourself with the type of men that you truly desire and the men that you truly deserve. If you want him to make a certain amount of money, have a certain type of career, be in certain spaces, then you need to be in those places where they are. That might be a certain city, that may be where they travel, might be where they vacation, might be where they work, might be where they hang out. But you have to put yourself in those spaces in order to attract the type of men that you truly deserve.
A successful man that actually is in his masculine energy, that has his shit together, that knows what he wants in life, will not be intimidated by a successful woman. If it triggers you that her business is more successful than yours, well, you have a big problem, because you're not a man, you're a boy, and I hate to say that, and I don't care who I'm pissing off with this. She's not competing with you. She is not competing with you. She's playing her own game, and she would love nothing more than to come home and for you to actually hold the space for her to drop in her feminine. If you have a woman by her side who did the inner work, who shows up for herself, who has her life together, who doesn't need a savior, she just doesn't bring you peace, she is gonna help you to get to the next level. So if a man tells me, oh, I just wanna have peace, no, you want somebody by your side that agrees with everything, because you're not actually willing to do the work to get to the next level, because otherwise you would love a woman that supports you on that journey.
I really wonder what tells these women that men are intimidated by their success, because it's foolish. She made the point that these women want to come home and be in their feminine, but in most cases that doesn't seem to be the case. Those women actually treat their homes like they're at work, and that's the crazy part. They don't even realize it. They bring that same combative, controlling, I'm the boss energy into the relationship and expect a man to just deal with it. Then they turn around and wonder why the man isn't stepping up or why he's checked out emotionally. Men aren't intimidated by success. They're turned off by the attitude. It's not the job title, it's the behavior. If you come home acting like a supervisor instead of a partner, barking orders, micromanaging everything, and talking to your man like he's one of your employees, of course he's going to pull away.
Like the rest of the internet, I am like invested in the Brianna Chicken Fry Zach Bryan breakup, and I just want to say it has really solidified my theory that most men are intimidated by successful women. It made me feel so like sad for her that Zach Bryan offered her double what Barstool was offering for her contract renewal so she would stop working. Like, I just feel like we're going backwards. I mean, don't even get me started about the election, but like, why can people still not wrap their head around the fact that like, we can like be just as successful as a man, and why are men so intimidated by it? Like, that's not sexy to me. I don't want a man that like gets his feelings hurt anytime I have something good going on in my life. I want someone that's going to be front row at my book tour. I want someone that's going to read my fucking romance novels. Like, that is attractive to me, and that's the kind of person that I want to be with for the rest of my life. I feel so sorry for people that don't have that, because I'd rather be alone for the rest of my life than be with a man that tries to dim my light. And I hope that Brianna coming forward and telling her story, if you're in that kind of relationship, is eye-opening and helps you maybe realize your worth and walk away, because no man is worth that, I can promise you.
This is why you're not getting asked out on a date. I'm going to tell you guys this. I know that's hard to hear, girls, but the reality is that you can attract so many men literally by doing nothing. And this is how you do it. It's all with your eyes, and it's all with a smile. And I'm sorry, but it's going to be uncomfortable, but you need to make eye contact with the guy that you are interested in for 5 seconds and smile. And you're going to feel stupid, but you're literally going to smile, make eye contact for 5 seconds. He will come over like a trained, good little man, and he will feel the permission to talk to you. If you don't give him that green card, don't expect him to come into a red zone. Females are a red zone. They're looked at as a red zone unless given the opportunity to be a green zone. This will work almost every single time. Unless he has a girlfriend, I promise you it's going to work. Please try. It's great.
If you pay attention to these women, they all pretty much give the same advice. Make eye contact, fix your hair, look at him, blah, blah, blah. They all say the same thing. but not one of them talks about actually working on themselves. Not one of them mentions being kind, approachable, or feminine in their attitude. They focus on surface-level tricks instead of the deeper qualities men actually care about. It's always about manipulating the moment, not becoming a better person. They'll tell you how to position your body, how to adjust your voice, how to signal interest. But they won't say a word about character, humility, or how you treat a man once he actually does approach you. And if you paid attention, she was about to say, he will come over to you like a good little dog. But then she changed her word, because she knew how disrespectful it sounded. That slip-up showed exactly how a lot of these women really view men, not as human beings with feelings, boundaries, or pride, but as obedient little creatures who are supposed to respond on command.
Hey men, come here. This one's for you. Well, not all of you. This is for the really good men who may be intimidated by successful women. My advice, don't be. I guarantee you we do not think that we're better than you, or that you're not worthy of us, or any weird thing that you might be thinking. In fact, if we choose you, it's because we see something in you that's very rare and very unique, and it's something we can't get anywhere else. Now, I've dated men who have made $30,000 a year to $30 million a year. Doesn't matter to me, because that's not what I need. I don't need a provider. I need a protector. And I know a lot of you think, oh, okay, she's successful and independent. She's going to be a pain in the ass to deal with. Not true. I know for me and my friends, I am an alpha all the time at work. I have to be. I have to be to get to where I have gotten to be. But that's not what I want to be in my personal life. In my personal life, I need a man who's going to be strong enough to lead me so I can be submissive and I can be in my feminine energy. I just want to be a girl. And I am lucky enough, and my friends are lucky enough. We have everything we want. I have such a blessed life that, again, anything I want, I can have, except my person. That's the hardest thing in the world to find. So why am I bringing this to you? A lot of you saw my ghost story. It got like almost 8,000 views. And one of those people happened to be the guy that I came out of my 9-year dating hiatus for. Also the first man to ever ghost me. And he was outraged that Casper treated me like this. First of all, the audacity. Sir, you did the same thing. And he said it was different because he realized that he was not good enough for me, and that he knew he was going to eventually let me down. We're not even going to talk about how ghosting someone is the ultimate letdown, whatever. But it's very frustrating and a little heartbreaking because it's not for him to decide what is too good for me, or not enough, or too good, not enough for me, I guess. And he's not the first one. I've had several exes tell me the same thing. My friends have had several exes say the same thing to them too. Listen, all I need is somebody who's going to protect my heart, who is a good, authentic man, who will be a goofball with me, and he'll treat me the way I treat him. That's it. It's simple. I don't care what your bank account says. I don't care what your title says. It doesn't matter. So next time you have the opportunity to be with a successful, independent woman, don't let that doubt creep in, because we don't care. We know what we're getting into. 100%. We didn't get to where we were for being naive. All right? And if we choose you, enjoy the ride, because I guarantee you, we'll burn the world down for you. Bye.
I realize this woman is trying to give good advice, but the truth is, many of these successful women actually do think they're better than their man. And when that happens, their level of respect drop. They start talking to him differently, correcting him over every little thing, acting like he's beneath them because he doesn't make the same amount of money or doesn't have the same career title. it becomes this subtle superiority complex. The tone changes, the patience disappears, and suddenly every disagreement turns into her reminding him who she thinks is above the other. And the crazy part is, most men don't care about competing with their woman. Men aren't trying to outshine her or battle for status. All men want is respect, appreciation, and peace at home. But once a woman starts believing she's the prize simply because she's successful, that respect slowly fades.